Please welcome veteran of the Democratic Congressional Delegation representing the 4th District, Congressman David Price.
Good evening, Democrats. My wife Lisa and I are among those who have special reason to appreciate Jamie Hahn's contributions to our campaigns and causes. My 2006 campaign was one of the first she got involved in as a fundraiser. And she worked with Lisa in 2009 on the major annual event for North Carolinians against gun violence. Her death is a shocking and grievous loss. But as we remember her life, and as we remember what she dedicated herself to, it seems quite appropriate to dedicate this Jefferson-Jackson dinner as an occasion of rededication and renewal, as well as of reflection and remembrance. I hope it can be that for all of us tonight. JJ Day is a day when we welcome our national leaders to North Carolina, as we did this morning with Congresswoman Gwen Moore of Wisconsin, a treasured colleague of mine whose message really got us going at the Wake County Democratic Women's Breakfast. And tonight it's Senator Mo Cowan. Senator Cowan may represent Massachusetts, but he's a favorite son of North Carolina. And as you will learn, his life and his work and his message testify to the ideals we believe in. These ideals are under assault in Raleigh as well as Washington. Now, I normally feel like I have a pretty full plate in Washington, so I don't comment too much on matters before the North Carolina General Assembly. But I tell you, all bets are off. All bets are off when we struggle. And believe me, health care reform was and is a struggle. When we struggle in Washington to give 500,000 North Carolinians access to health insurance through Medicaid, and then their state government stands in the way. And then they do the same thing with 80,000 North Carolinians who are due to receive unemployment benefits. Well, that's going to get our attention, and it's going to make us all speak out. I know you feel that way, and it's exactly what we've got to do. We cannot let this stand. Now, the spectacle of the week in Washington was Republicans scrambling to fix air traffic control. That's the latest result of their sequester. Now, you know about sequestration. That's those deep across-the-board cuts designed to bring everyone to the bargain table on the budget. Remember, that's how it was supposed to work. Well, the Republicans decided that they loved their anti-tax ideology more than they feared the sequester. So they said, let it come. They bragged about forcing the president to cut almost everything. They bragged about it, that is, until he actually did it, because the law required it. Then they yelled to high heavens, he's playing politics with the federal budget. With a straight face, they said, oh, this wasn't about air traffic control. So we patched air traffic control this week. Proved that Congress can move pretty fast when it really wants to. Well, here's what I said on the House floor. Tomorrow, let's patch cancer research. Let's patch cancer research, where we're now funding fewer than 1 out of 10 promising proposals. What a disaster for a great country. Next day, let's patch cancer treatments. After all, Representative Elmers now says she never intended to cut cancer treatments. Sometimes we have to say to the read the bill caucus, hey, folks, read the bill. All this was as predictable as it could possibly be. Next day, maybe we can put a Band-Aid on Head Start, where 70,000 children are about to be dropped. And after that, let's patch up housing vouchers for 140,000 of our fellow citizens. Or let's patch up road building, which is ground to a near stop. Or let's patch up the border control. You know, it never ends. What a disaster. Damage control is not serious budget policy. And cutting everything in sight is not economic policy. What our country needs and what Democrats stand for is a comprehensive and balanced approach that continues and accelerates job growth, that invests in education and research and infrastructure and healthy communities, the building blocks of a strong economy. And believe me, a strong economy is the best cure for the budget deficit. And an approach that also charts a responsible fiscal course. We all know nobody said it would be easy. The forces of reaction have taken over state government temporarily, but they've taken over with a vengeance. And they're obstructing our president at every turn in Washington. But we're on to them, and we're fighting back. And our fellow citizens are on to them too, believe me. Our job is to turn their passion into votes and seats. It's that simple. That's what the Democratic Party is all about. I'm proud to be part of your team. Thank you. Let's have a great JJ dinner.